All right, people. Let's search this dump and get out of here ASAP.
Dump? What's wrong with the Durburger?
Yeah, it's got everything. Garbage, rats, severe structural damage.
Some people just can't appreciate fine dining. Did you hear that?
You got nothing to worry about. Trust me. I've got the heightened senses of a ninja.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Hey, it's okay. We're gonna get you out of here.
Oh, thank you. We thought you were more of those things.
Monsters are coming.
Looks like we're staying put.
Right.
All right, you two stick with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get to work.
What's going on, my geeks? I'm Kakui Otaku, and welcome to Home Base Serenity, where today we're discussing Fortnite Save the World. In particular, my current favorite hero loadout. But before we get into that, I thought I'd start off with a little about me and how I got into Save the World. Now, I called you all my geeks because of my online and in-game name, Kakui Otaku, which is Japanese. Kakui means cool or stylish, and otaku, of course, means geek. And I'm using that as a compliment because this is a great time to be a geek. I've been a gamer all of my life since back in the days of the NES, the SNES, the N64, and other systems. But right now, my biggest love in gaming is Fortnite Save the World. Now, everyone knows about the more popular game mode in Fortnite, the free-to-play Battle Royale mode. I've been playing Battle Royale for a little over a year, since the last week or so of Season 2. I'm not that great at it because I am terrible at building, but I somehow still have fun. I only have 9 solo wins at the minute, the last of which I just got today. I wasn't expecting to actually win, so I wasn't recording, and I also didn't think to save the replay afterwards, otherwise you'd be watching that instead of random gameplay. But I finally decided to give Save the World a chance when it was on sale during Halloween last year. I thought it was okay at first, but it all seemed so overwhelming. This was back when there was still a skill tree that I honestly never really understood. A few weeks later, in very early December, I decided to look up some tutorials on YouTube, and there I found Litana. He's one of the best Save the World YouTubers out there. Really knows his stuff and has a lot of fun with the game. His beginner tutorials have really helped me understand the game, and in time, I began to love it. In fact, I mostly only play Battle Royale now when I'm playing with friends or to complete the Battle Pass. It's still a lot of fun, but I get so much more out of Save the World. And on top of that, I have actually found that by playing Save the World, I have somehow gotten better at Battle Royale. So that's another thing to keep in mind if you've never actually played Save the World. Now, within Save the World, there are 4 different types of heroes or classes, and when I first started playing, I quickly gravitated towards the ninja class. But as I leveled up, it became clear that ninjas had a bit of a survivability issue later in the game, at least the way I was playing then. Maybe I didn't know everything that I should have known back then to make these ninjas more viable to me, but I was just dying way too often, so I switched out to other classes. The great thing about Save the World is that there is no right or wrong way to play as long as you are having fun and contributing to the missions. Never has this been more obvious than at the beginning of Season 8 with the introduction of the new hero loadout system, which we'll talk about as I go through my current favorite hero loadout. It's all about what works best for you now and for your playstyle. So my loadouts are what work best for me and for my playstyle. Everyone is going to have their own loadouts which work best for them, and that's what makes it so awesome. So with the new hero loadouts, every hero has changed, giving you the most diversity in playstyle that we have ever had. The best part is that it has made ninjas even better than they have ever been, which is why my favorite hero loadout is actually based around the ninja, in particular, Harvester Sarah. With the new system, you have a commander, a team perk, and 5 support team slots. The support team is meant to work in tandem with your commander to give buffs to their abilities and or weapons. So you'll see here that I have Harvester Sarah from last year's Into the Storm event as my commander. With the hero rework, all ninjas now have the standard abilities Mantis Leap and Shadow Stance. Mantis Leap is a great ability because it allows you to jump again while you're in the middle of a previous jump. It gives ninjas great mobility. And Shadow Stance is one of the best things about the ninja class and one of the keys to why I love this build so much. Because for each elimination with a melee weapon, you will enter Shadow Stance for 4 seconds. While in Shadow Stance, your armor is increased by 60 and your movement speed by 15%. And you can stay in Shadow Stance as long as you are eliminating a husk every 4 seconds. Each ninja will also have their own ability loadout as well. Harvester Sarah happens to have Smoke Bomb, Throwing Stars, and Dragon Slash as her abilities. And I personally think Dragon Slash is one of the best abilities in the game, especially when buffed in certain ways. And while he's not in my loadout currently, I am eager to give the new Hybrid Ninja a try to see how his buff to Dragon Slash works with this loadout. Now, each commander will also have their own perks that are unique to them. Harvester Sarah, for example, has Scythe to Meet You Plus as her commander perk. This increases scythe damage by 62% against slowed or snared enemies, and then scythes will apply a 30% snare for 2 seconds. Now, if you slot her as a support with a different commander, you'll still get that buff, but not as much of a buff as it only gives 25% against slowed or snared enemies. So that means you also want to pair her with scythes, and in my opinion, a certain scythe in particular that makes her even better. Now onto the team perk and support team buffs. For my team perk, I'm actually using Dim Mak. I think this might have been something you get from leveling Dim Mak Mari or Harvester Sarah to a certain level, but I'm honestly not sure. But what makes it so great is that for each ninja in your loadout, Shadow Stance will now regenerate 2.7% shield per second on top of the armor and the movement speed that it gives you. So since I have 5 ninjas, that's 13.5% shield regenerated each second. And if you keep Shadow Stance active constantly, your shield will continually regenerate. That's pretty amazing to me. Now, in support, I have Cloaked Shadow for Corrupted Aura, which deals 6 base damage per second to nearby enemies while in Shadow Stance. Alchemist Sarah, formerly known as Sarah Claws, for Medicinal Fumes, which allows Smoke Bomb to heal you and nearby allies for 10 base health per second. Snuggle Specialist Sarah for Tail of the Dragon, which adds an energized trail to Dragon Slash, which deals 26 base energy damage per second. Dragon Scorch for Wings of the Dragon, which increases the length of Dragon Slash to 3 total tiles. And Deadly Blade Crash for Corrosive Strikes, which applies 30% snare and affliction with each melee critical hit, dealing 37% damage per second for 3 seconds. I also have the turrets and Adrenaline Rush as my gadgets, but those are the same I use on each hero. The last thing I want to show you before I show you some gameplay with Harvester Sarah is the main weapon I use with her, the Neon Scythe. This was from the same set as Harvester Sarah. I actually just recently upgraded this to Shadow Shard and full epic perks as I prep to go into Twine. So you'll see that the perks I have on my Neon Scythe are Energy for the element with 15% damage, 25% critical rating, 4.5% life leech, which again helps with the survivability, 113% crit damage, and 37.5% damage to slowed and snared targets, which pairs up beautifully with the final perk, which cannot be changed. Damage dealt with this weapon snares the target by 30% for 6 seconds. This weapon, paired with Harvester Sarah, is incredibly deadly. So let's go into an encampment mission and show you some gameplay with Harvester Sarah. So as soon as I eliminate the first husk, I'll enter Shadow Stance. You'll see me go to a shadow. As long as I keep that going, no matter what, my shield will regenerate once I start getting hit. So you see that blaster hitting me right now. My shield's going down, but it's still regenerating.
We have 20 minutes to neutralize the target. Search the zone and keep an eye out
Where is
for
he?
any
There he
encampments
is.
that look angrier than usual. I'll keep an eye out from here.
Oh, this one's being sneaky. Alright, so that's first encampment done. So, you see that was really easy, actually. But you'll see I've still got full shield after all that. Still got full health because my shield never disappeared. So let's try the second one now. It's going to be slightly harder,
There it is.
but still not that bad. Starting to get some husky husks, some nature husks as well. So we'll use some Dragon Slash. You'll see the energy trail that it leaves behind, damaging the husks as it goes. Still not losing any shield. Because I'm keeping that shadow stance going. Oh, I got a couple more behind me. And there's a second wave this time. So I can go and do another Dragon Slash. Dragon Slash can usually take out any of the small little trash husks. And they're good for taking down the husky husks and the propanes and all that. And then you can just blow them away with an assault rifle. So, again, still pretty easy. Still have full shield, still have full health. So now we're going into the third encampment. Again, it's going to be a little bit harder. Didn't see any blasters, I don't think, on that last one. We got some water husks this time. That's why it's so great that this is actually an energy weapon, because I'm still going to be doing a good bit of damage. Not as much as I would be doing if I was using a nature. Oh, I hate these riot shielders. Dragon Slash should help there. A little bit. I'm still doing pretty good. Still got, like I said, full shield. I'm dealing with a bunch of husky husks as well. And riot shielders.
You're done, encampment.
This is where they start getting quite difficult. At the fourth encampment. Rewards start getting better, but the husks also get harder. We've got a couple ninjas on this team. 3 of us, actually. As you'll see, Dragon Slashes all over the place. Let's just not worry about catching up to him. There we go. Hey, you see, we're all using that Mantis Leap to get over here a little quicker. Gives a lot of mobility. Alright, encampment number 5. Complete this and the mission is successful. Oh, B dudes, I hate these. But you'll see, even with my shield going down a lot because of those B dudes, it's still going right back up as long as I stay in shadow stance. Get this lobber out of the way. Alright, where's the last one? Oh, here we go. Wave started.
Search destroyed.
So, yeah, even the 5th one down. And I still have yet to have completely lost my shield, as far as I know.
This is the big time. Get ready.
Ray is not wrong. These are definitely the big time. I'm going to take this wave here at the back. So now we get into the harder encampments, these super encampments. Oh, we got takers now. Still haven't lost my shield. Oh. Oh, you'll see the other ninja here is another Harvester Sarah, actually. There's a Cloak Shadow and a Harvester Sarah. You'll see, look at us. All of us are ninjas. All 3 of us are ninjas. And we're all pretty much using our melee weapons because of shadow stance. Except for certain situations. And you'll see Dragon Slashes as well, because they're just so effective. Oh, Cloak Shadow's gone down. Harvester Sarah's rezzing him. I'll get back to the encampment. And see, there was a blast was going at me full force. My shield still wasn't going completely down because of shadow stance.
If you keep pushing on, we might clear the zone.
Throw smoke bomb out, you'll see it does do a little bit of damage to the husks, and it will heal me if my life was down. But again, my shield is still not going down at all.
10 minutes left. Stay the course.
Oh, you want to go? I don't know if I could actually hit him. That would be good. And see, here I am, stood right in the B dude, and nothing. Shield's still up.
Here we go. You know what to do.
And see, I haven't even had to throw down my hover turrets or anything. yet. May yet have to, but as of right now, I still haven't had to use my hover turrets or my adrenaline rush, because I'm keeping Shadow Stance active as long as I can. Yeah, see, none of us have really used any kind of ranged weaponry except for situations like that right there, where we need it for a taker. We've all just been using melee weapons and keeping Shadow Stance active, using our Dragon Slash, even when it's overkill, like right there. There's just 2 enemies.
Yeah, only one more.
Alright, final encampment. Let's see if I can keep this up. I have not lost my shield yet. I've been right in the thick of everything. Oh, Dragon Slash crossed. Nice. That works.
You did it.
Alright, so with that done, let's go talk about how you can get your hand on these heroes if you want to try this loadout for yourself.
Let's head home.
So now you can see why Harvester Sarah, especially with this loadout, is my current favorite hero loadout. Now let's go talk about how you can get your hand on these heroes if you want to try this loadout for yourself. So Harvester Sarah recently became available again when Epic put the entire Cyberpunk set, which Harvester Sarah is a part of, to the expansion people part of the collection book. Every hero in this set was amazing for different reasons, even after the rework. In fact, you'll see Bulletstorm Jonesy and Heavy Base Kyle in 2 of my other loadouts. But you'll see, if you go into Cyberpunk Heroes and go to Harvester Sarah, you can recruit the hero, and all it costs is 120 training manuals and 100 legendary flux. You can get 50 legendary flux each week from the weekly store for 750 gold, which is easy to farm up. And if we go back, you'll see that you can also do the same thing for all of the neon ranged and melee weapons as well. So as for the other heroes, Cloaked Shadow was in the event store last season, so hopefully you picked him up. So if we go back within the same event, you'll see that Alchemist Sarah, who used to be known as Sarah Claus, was available during Frost Night just a few months ago, but she came out originally during the 2017 Christmas event. Now if we scroll down in the current item store under event items, we'll see Snuggle Specialist Sarah still in the store right now. You can recruit her for 2,800 gold. Back into the collection book, Dragon Scorch is one of the standard ninjas that came with the base game. And then finally, Deadly Blade Crash is now under expansion people as part of the Storm Zone heroes. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my first ever YouTube video. Those of you who made it this far, I want to thank you all for making it all the way through. I'm going to upload videos on my other main loadouts in the coming weeks, 1 loadout for each of the other classes and 1 special loadout. So if you'd like to see those loadouts, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can see any new videos as soon as they go live. That's all for today's video. Special shout outs to Latana, who put me on the path to falling in love with this game, and for the other amazing Save the World content creators I watched, such as Demon Joe France, Tori X, David Dean, and Gaming Mike. They have all been extremely helpful in getting me to the point I am in this game after 5 months of playing it. If you want to check out their channels, I've linked them down below in the description. And one final shout out to my friend Shaq, who made the incredible banner you see on this channel. Not only is he a fantastic graphic artist, he is a great streamer too. I've put the link to his Twitch channel down below as well. So finally, once again, thank you all so much for watching, and stay cool, geeks. Have a great day, everyone.